Lady Louise entered the world under circumstances that could have rewritten her story before it even began. Born too early, weighing barely enough to promise survival, her arrival was marked by urgency, fear, and uncertainty. Her father was far away, her mother fighting for stability, and doctors unsure whether the night would carry hope or heartbreak. Yet, against those odds, she endured. That fragile beginning quietly shaped everything that followed, creating a life defined not by entitlement, but by resilience. As she grew, there was no grand unveiling, no overwhelming spotlight. Instead, her childhood unfolded with deliberate simplicity. She was raised not to feel extraordinary, but to feel normal. To her, family was not defined by crowns or titles, but by presence and familiarity. The most powerful woman in the country was, in her eyes, simply her grandmother. That innocence was not accidental, it was carefully protected. While others in her family became symbols, she remained a person. Her upbringing was intentionally quiet, shaped by choices that kept her grounded. School corridors meant more to her than palace halls, and part-time work taught her value beyond privilege. She blended into ordinary life in ways few expected from someone of her lineage. There is something revealing about a person who chooses humility when they are born into recognition. She carried herself without display, without the need to remind the world who she was. And perhaps that is what made her presence so compelling to those who truly understood character. She wasn't overlooked, she was simply not performing. In the stillness of private moments, a deeper story unfolded. Away from cameras and ceremony, a quiet bond grew between granddaughter and grandmother. It was not built on obligation, but on shared time, simple conversations, quiet walks, and mutual understanding. Where others brought expectations, she brought sincerity. Where others sought attention, she offered presence. These moments, hidden from public view, became the foundation of something far more enduring than appearances. Trust, the kind that cannot be announced, only felt. And in those quiet summers, something unspoken was decided, not through declarations, but through recognition of character. When the time came for legacies to be passed on, it was not merely wealth or property that changed hands. What she received carried meaning far beyond its physical form. It represented belief, a quiet acknowledgement that she would understand what others might overlook. This was not about status, it was about responsibility, the kind that asks for preservation, not transformation, the kind that values history without turning it into spectacle. She did not inherit because she demanded it. She inherited because she never did. And those who observed closely understood this choice was not surprising. It was inevitable. Now standing at the edge of her own future, she carries something rare, expectation without pressure. There is no urgency in her path, no demand to become something for the sake of visibility. Instead, there is space. Space to choose, to grow, to remain exactly who she has always been. Her story is not loud, and perhaps it never will be. But there is strength in that silence. A steady, unshaken presence in a world that often rewards the opposite. What lies ahead is uncertain, as it should be. But if her past has shown anything, it is this: she does not need attention to matter. And sometimes the ones who move quietly are the ones who leave the deepest mark.